Hello everyone. Today we're doing a beef stroganoff. As you can see, some of the items are cut up. So I've took a picture, a video of cutting bits up. But all the items are there. Now we've been cooking this for quite a few years now. I don't know, where did you get this book from, Wendy? Was it online? It's a slow, I think. My sister didn't buy this, did she? That was a different one. No, I think we bought this book online, and there's quite a few recipes in here that are good. They're all slow cooker, but this one, beef stroganoff. I mean, we used to do the beef stroganoff just in the frying pan, and it's great like that. But the advantage, as I've already said, with the slow cooker, you just put it all in, and away you go. Now, I think we'll have to take some screenshots of this. It saved me typing all that out. It drives me mad, the world's slowest typer. So anyway, there's the ingredients. Now, usually I weigh them out, but I've not done yet, have I? But I will do before we start. The only thing I would say on there, if you can see, it says meal for 4. There's only 2 of us, so we thought, because we'll do it for 4, freeze it, what have you, but we thought for this we'll do it for 2. So with the butter and everything, we'll be half the amount more or less. I know we've got 2 onions, but they are only small. I've not got the plain flour out, that's a bit I forgot. Salt and pepper we've got there. The braising steak, we've weighed that, there's a picture of that. I forget the exact weight now, but it was about, was it 330 I think grams. The beef stock, that's lurking over here, look. Now the water's for the beef stock, because we've halved that as well. We like mushrooms. As I've said, put in what you like, because it does say here, look, 4 ounces of mushrooms or 100 grams. Well, I'm not even sure what we've got there, but because we've had it times, but they cook down, they really do. So I'd go over the top with the mushrooms and do what you think's right is the best thing I'd say. We've got the mixed herbs over there. Tomato puree, where's that hiding? Oh, behind me, look. Tomato puree, then we've got the wholegrain mustard, that's hiding at the back there as well. The sour cream, now it says 150 millilitres. Now how much is in that? Let's just have a look, I can't remember how much is in that. 150. Oh, I'm sure it's right. I'm sure it's right in front of me. 300. So we want about half of that, but then we're only half the amount. So really you could say we only need a quarter, but I'll tell you what, mate, I'm tipping at least half in, because what we're going to do with the other half, it'll just go off if we're not careful. So I'm not being skinny with that. That's the sour cream. Fresh parsley, we've not got that, but I think we'll live without that. You can't have everything, can you? Anyway, I'll get these bits weighed out now, and I'll bring you back when we start cooking. One thing I forgot to mention, look, that beef, that was hang on, let me get the right, what's the name now? Brisket. Now we got a piece of brisket. There is a little bit of fat on there, although I've cut a lot off, but the meat was generally quite nice. Now that was £8. I'm gonna have to go and check. I've just checked, £8.35 I think, that piece of brisket, which I think is a lot of money. But come on, mate, that's only about a third of it. We've had 1 dinner already out of this brisket. I've cut 2 lumps off, sort of steak size, and what's left today, we've had that, and that comes to half. So in effect, it's fed us 3 times. Now that's 6 dinners. Come on, you go and buy one of these silly pies from Aldi, and everybody says they're brilliant, and they're £2.50 each. It's just crazy. And it's still better to buy the proper ingredients, isn't it? And come on, how can you compare this dinner with a pie? I know you've had to buy all the other bits, but I'm sure it's well worth it. Anyway, look, We're waffling on again, ain't we? Well, let's get on with some cooking. Right, let's get these onions chopped up. We nearly forget, because Wendy's over there chopping up the mushrooms and cleaning them. So I'm going to, these are just finely chopped, the onions. And just slice them up. I've done that the wrong way. I'm trying to think what I'm saying again.
What? Have you plugged your electric in? Not yet, no.
No, I've not got that far. One job at once.
Oh. And if I don't remind you, forget.
Oh, of course I will. Right, we'll just slice these up thin. And what we'll do, I'll put all the ingredients together to show you a bit. And look, I've not got a towel under here again.
Yeah.
It's not too bad with the onions.
Your assistant comes to you.
Yeah, this should be called the Forgetful Channel, shouldn't it, really? Let's get these chopped up.
I suppose you could call me Debbie McGee.
Yeah. Right, this is not going to take very long. And we'll show you what we've got all measured out before we start. As I say, we're going to use the induction hob in the pan to get various bits done before we start. Right, we'll carry on and I'll bring you back. Right, let's get these mushrooms cut up. Now with the mushrooms, I mean, I will put weights down, but it's what you want really. That's what we find, because we do like the mushrooms, so just put in what you like really. And the same with the onion, it's one, you know, it says one onion, but it's one large onion, so we've put two small ones in. I mean, everybody knows this, but you've got to put a weight down, haven't you? So we'll do that, and then you can just go and do as you like everybody does. So these don't want to be too fine, because in the slow cooker they really they settle down. If you don't put many in, when you're finished it looks like there's none there at all. But this is just a meal for two, as we say, so you just do as you like. But this will suit us. So we've had this quite a lot of times, you know. Well, I don't think we could count how many times, but not always in the slow cooker. But as we've said before, the big advantage with the slow cooker, get it ready, get it done, and off you go. You don't worry about it. Even if you're an hour late or 2 hours late, it doesn't matter. As long as you just set it up right, then things are okay. Right, we're back to all the ingredients now. I'll put them all together and show you, and I'll bring you back. Right, first of all, we've got the beef in that lovely container, look. And then we're going to mix that with the flour. There is a measurement for the flour, but so long as you get it mixed up and shake off any excess, you know, you don't want big lumps of flour in there. So we just mix that up like that. That's, look, perfect. There we go. That was easy enough, and a lot cleaner with the gloves on, funnily enough, which is unusual for me. It's not all over the floor and in my hair. Not today. Right, let's start cooking. We've got the induction hob. Oh, hang on a minute. I've not plugged the electric meter in. Oh dear, I'll have to bring you back again. Right, let's get the meter plugged in. As you'll see there, it was set on 33. It always goes off at the right time, look. 33 pence. So we'll get that plugged in and get started with the cooking. Let's get this in. There we go. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Well, you'll have to trust me, I've plugged it in. Come on, of course I have. Look at the wires there. Oh, there. Come on, let's get this switched on and get started. Get a good bit of heat, start it off. As you can see here, look, it doesn't take long to warm up, this doesn't. It is pretty good, really. I don't know why we don't use it more, actually, when we're at home. You know, instead of just when we're away. It's ridiculous. It just, as I say, it's been in the garage for years and I hardly had any use at all. I mean, often when we're out, we use the little gas one, because you've got to, haven't you? But I've even seen where people have stopped using the cooker and they use one of the gas ones. Well, that's all right, but these gas cylinders are expensive. We know that. We've used them a fair amount. Right, first job. When that's done, there we go. Let's get this onion in. Just give that a couple of minutes. It's nice and melted now. Get this all mixed up. Right, just give that a couple of minutes. I'll keep moving it around and I'll bring you back. Right, that's the onions, a nice colour. And while that's been doing, I've been stirring and picking the beef out so we've not got too much flour on it. So we'll put that in now. As I say, I shook off the extra flour as I picked it out with my little Paulines. And we'll just get this seared now. That wants to be hot, doesn't it? Let's turn it right up. Get this nice and hot now. Get a little bit of heat through there. Right, I'll carry on and I'll bring you back. Now for me, this is cooking beautifully. And the idea of this is just to sear the meat. Now that is just right. So what we do next, get the mixed herbs and the puree and oh, hey oh, where'd that come from? You can't get out right, can you? Now that will cook in there, no problem. Right, let's get this mixed in on the stock. As I say, you're not actually cooking the beef as such, it's just to sear it, just to seal it in. And the idea now, we get all these lovely spices and herbs all mixed in together. I'm very aware, I keep getting in the way of the camera, don't I? It's typical. I'll be honest with you, first time I ever had beef stroganoff, I mean when I was a kid, now and again you'd hear these names and you'd think, oh yeah, beef stroganoff. It meant nothing. And I got a job at a restaurant. I don't know whether I mentioned this before, but if you work there till like 1:30 in the morning at the weekend, because people like to stay out late when they're well off, don't they? I mean, I'm getting next to nothing working there. Anyway, apart from that, you used to get a meal before you come home. And they used to have beef stroganoff every now and again, and God, I thought, God, this is really good. It is, isn't it, eh? It is a nice meal. I've always thought so. So, I've no doubt that I'm going to tell you this is fantastic, but I guess you have to take into account there's a bit of history. It's like when we've had the tray bake and that. I think they're fantastic because you had them when you were a kid. It's a fact. And already look. Let's get the salt and vinegar in, Graham. Salt and vinegar, salt and black pepper. It's alright standing here rattling to you about rubbish, aren't I? Let's get this in. That's better. Give that a mix up. There we go. Right, let's get the mushrooms in. I don't think we've forgot anything else. Come on, Graham. Anybody think you've never done it before? But I'm terrible, I've told you before. You know, Wendy has to write these things in a little book, because if you don't, I'll come back to it and think, oh God, I can't remember. We've cooked that many dinners now. I'm a right and forget them all mixed up, eh? It's a wonder I'm not trying to put sweet and sour sauce in here, really, isn't it? I'll tell you what I know, that needs a little bit more liquid, because I only did half the stock. I'll just tip a drop more in there. That's about another 50ml, that is. For as I say, you want this to be lovely. You've got to have that, all that sauce. I think that could do with a little bit more. I think probably you shouldn't do half the stock. Probably the full amount would have been better looking at it. But we have got quite a lot of mushrooms in here, but they give out a lot of moisture as well. So I've no doubt, to be honest, by the time this is cooked, the mushrooms will have let out loads of moisture, and I bet we'll be having a cornflower slurry. I've told you before, I don't like that word. I don't think that's a very good name. Anyway, cornflour and water mix. And because the mushrooms, they do make it wet, and you don't lose a lot of moisture in the slow cooker. It's very good for that. That's looking better. That to me looks about right, and it's bubbling, like bubbling lovely. That is not like a madman, just nice. Yeah, that's something else I keep saying, isn't it? It's because I know one or two madmen, and they do bubble, don't they? Start bubbling up and getting all excited. Not me, mate, can't be bothered. Anyway, there we go. Well, that's going to be fine now. Just brought it to the boil, and what we'll do, we'll get this in the slow cooker now. Now what we'll do, turn the electric off there, and we'll have a read of the electric gauge. Now you'll have to excuse the wires. It's because we've got various things that are plugged in. Look, well, they're not plugged in at the minute, but that's for my lights. That one. Let's have a look. It's a bit in the corner of the shot, isn't it? I'll tell you what, let me unplug it. Let me unplug it. There we go. Let's have a look at this, look. Now then, let's get this on the price. We've used 0.2 kilowatt. They are, look, 1243 is the highest wattage, set at 33 pence. Oh, it went past. Oh, you fool. Next one, 8 pence. So to get to this stage, it's cost us 8 pence. So we'll have to remember that, won't we? And what I'll do now, I'll reset this back to naught, and I'll plug it in the slow cooker, and I'll come back to you. Well, there we are, it's plugged in. It's got the meter on. Switch that on, look. I'll turn it on high actually to start it off, and then after about half an hour I'll turn it back down to low. Mix that up lovely. Let's get that on. Right. It's not sitting square, is it? What have you done there, Graham? Not sure. Oh, that's better. No, it's not. You must have a leg missing. It's like me, hobbling a bit. Right, I've got that switched on. It looks like now I've got to do a load of washing up and clearing up because Wendy's busy doing other things. Right, I'll bring you back later. There you go, look. I'm just boiling some water. I actually boiled it on the kettle, so that should be bubbling in no time. Wendy likes this stuff, look. To me, you should have rice with this, boiled rice, but Wendy likes it with pasta. I'm only trying to be nice to her. You got to be sometimes, haven't you? So that's what we're having. They don't look a lot there. Never mind, it'll do. I'm not mad on the stuff. I'd sooner have rice. Anyway, never mind all that. That's about... That ain't far off, it's going to go soon. So I'll get this on and then bring you back and show you the dinner. Well, I've been and found some garlic bread. Garlic bread? In the freezer. So we'll have, well, if it's 10 slices, we'll better have 5. Oh, we're bubbling away now, look, we've got it in there. Give that 12 minutes and that'll be done. Yeah, the bit I didn't mention. Well, oh dear, come on Graham. Look what you're doing. Let's turn this down. If I can remember how. Starting to use that other one, you forget. There we go. What I didn't... It's doing it again, look. Let's get a second. What I didn't tell you, I will get there in the end. I got this all ready and put it on the induction hob again. I'm an idiot, I tell you every time. It's an aluminium pan, it ain't gonna work. My God, I'll have to get a steel pan. It's ridiculous because you get, I don't know, you get used to using that hob, but we can't do this because some fools never bought a steel pan, have they? So we can only use that frying pan. Never mind. I just thought I'd mention that. Just shows you how daft you can be, doesn't it? Hey, every time we have that induction pan, I put an induction pan. Every time we have that induction hob, I put an aluminium pan on it. And you'll never learn. Anyway, we'll get back to you. Well, we've got a couple of minutes to go. Well, say 5 minutes to go. And I've put the sour cream in. Actually turned it off now, look. Because we're about finished. Look, I've stirred that sour cream in there. About half of it. That's going to be nice. I've not even tasted it. I should have done, shouldn't I? So the pasta's nearly ready. That's calmed down a little bit now. They bubble over, don't they? So easy. And we've got 2 minutes left on here, look. That's gone in for 5 minutes. You could go longer, but I think that'll be enough for me and Wendy. Of course, we'll check that. Apart from that, we're ready to go now. Oh. Yeah, Wendy's in here. She's been in the shower. Do you want to see what she looks like? Look, she ain't got no clothes on. Oh my God, no, that's not true. That's not true either. It's too cold for that game. Oh, hang on, as Carol would say, you're not in the all together. No. Let's get it right. Anyway, come on, Graham. We're on the final countdown now. We're rattling. I might give that another couple of minutes, actually. Look, this machine's so good. You can just put extra time on, as easy as that. It's easy, isn't it, eh? That's not far off. And the other's ready. Right. Should we have you have a taste when... Oh, you can't. You've got no clothes on, haven't you?
I've got clothes on.
Do you want to have a taste?
No.
Come on.
Hold on, let me get my clothes on.
Yeah. Oh, that was...
Oh, look at the mess.
That's lovely, that is.
I've cleaned up today. What do you want me to do? Taste some of the meat? Or...
Well, just... Oh, I eat all the meat. You've only got 2 lumps in there. You can't have more than one. No, it don't matter. Just taste it. I'll tell you what, you know, if it's horrible, it don't matter if it's too late. Just stick in the meat, look. Go on, then. Go on. I see a burner now, look. It should be lovely.
it's not nice.
Well, bad luck, I'll eat it all.
It's lovely.
Is it? It's bound to be, isn't it? We've had it loads of times before. That looks great to me anyway. Right.
Want some?
Now you're all right, I'll bring you back. Oh, this is going to fog my lens up. Do we need the colander? I think I've been silly here. You need the colander, don't you?
I'll have a go.
Well, the idea with there.
Yeah, it's
Let me get the colander. Hang on, don't drop my dinner.
I'm not going.
Yeah, I've had to get the colander out, look.
Just to so we can.
Yeah, because you're going to need to shake it around. That was me, I didn't realise. Oh, the bits have gone in this thing, look. Never mind, it's not the end of the world. We've only just realised, you know, this is called a colander. We always called it a colander around here. It was years before I found out.
Now you can use your scoop. There.
Right, go on then, carry on.
Yeah, like
Let's get this dinner out. Right, dishing up time at the zoo.
Ain't much for me.
Yeah, it is then. I'm glad. You see, I count them out, I do, look. I make sure that they're nowhere near the same, are they? Oh, I'll have to get involved. Right, let's dish some up. That looks nice enough to me. This is bad, isn't it? Because I've not tasted it yet. It's stupid. You have, yeah, I haven't. So there's another one. I can't do this. I can't scrape it out the bottom with one hand. I'll come back to you. Well, we're ready to go at last. Bit of garlic bread there, look. You know what? I reckon I've given Wendy more than me. What an idiot. Oh dear. Oh well. That's the way it goes. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and share. And we'll see you on the next one. I mean, really, I can tell you how nice this is, but we know it is. It's going to be lovely. So don't worry about it. Wendy's already tasted it. Anyway, see you on the next one. Bye. Well, just when you thought it were all over, eh? I'll bring you back again. You know why? Look, I've got my meter there. I forgot to tell you. I had it plugged in, didn't I? I plugged it in for the induction hob. And then I plugged it back in for the slow cooker. And that's been burbling away all day. Actually, it'll tell us on here how, look, there's a clean plate. You probably didn't want to see that, but it's there. Look, I could tell you that's the best one I've ever had. But Wendy says, you say that every time you do it. So, fair comment. Yeah, but it was nice. It was lovely. Yeah, I hope you appreciate the flowers in there. Look. I don't know whether I've told you this before, but this, I don't think I can show you. I don't know what, can you see under there? It's an old Hartley's pot, like you used to get jam in years ago, you know. Yeah, anyway, I know that's something else. I've dug a few of them up. I think actually I bought that one, but we've dug a few of them up. Anyway, that's not why we're here. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if we can switch it on. Ah, look, it was on nearly 6.5 hours, look. 6 hours and 23 minutes. And it's cost us it's gone off. 27 pence, did you see that? Look. So for 6.5 hours cooking, it's cost 27 pence. I mean, you know, what can you say? And the kilowatt hours, look, it's not even used a kilowatt, 0.8 of a kilowatt. So when they say these things are running cheap, they are pretty cheap. And that's, I know it's not a big slow cooker, but it's not tiny. It's big enough for the two of us. Let's just have a look what else we've got. Low wattage, 123. And the high wattage was 100. So at the highest watts, it was 179 watts, and that wouldn't be all the time. Like I say, it's gone again, look. But you've got to be happy with that. As you see, the cost is at 33, and it's cost 27 pence. Again, I know I keep telling you, but I think people do want to hear this. Let me know what you think, but I think it's good information. It gives you an idea, doesn't it? because, and the other thing as well, that slow cooker, that tea was lovely. And the meat is, as we've said before, it's brisket. We cut it off a big lump, and it's not notorious for being dead tender. Oh, that meat melted in your mouth. It was wonderful. But that's because it's been cooking for 6.5 hours. But we know that, don't we? You know, well, I ought to be selling slow cookers, didn't I? Anyway, I think that is the end now. We really enjoyed that. Wendy's still eating hers. Look, she had another coughing bout. I thought I was going to have to eat a dinner for her. You can't let it go to waste just because somebody's choking, can you? Oh, God. Am I that bad? Who knows? Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.